In Seattle, this was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Chicago Bears.
Let's go, baby.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Cohen. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Flushed out right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the handoff, this is Cannon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle by Robert Quinn. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Rolling to his right. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Bears.
Darnell Mooney.
Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into the secondary, past the 40. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Play action, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw is Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Throwing is Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Hey, hey. Wide, get wide.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll check that down to Carson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And Pete Carroll throwing down near the goal line and it not turning out well. I think we've seen that before.
Feels like a flashback, doesn't it? You go back to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, and everybody expected them to run the ball, and they didn't throw it. Crucial interception that ended the game essentially for them. I think everyone thinks they're going to run it every single time now. That's just not going to be the case.
Here it's a costly fumble.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Running with Montgomery from the pistol.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Returnable for Lockett.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Wilson. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Tommy Tremble, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 4. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Offense ready to go for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To throw is Fields. Flushed out right. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Now it's Lockett. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That caught by Tremble. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. He finds his man. Complete. It's Cannon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Cannon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's complete to Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. They go play action now. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. handoff. It's Cohen, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Fields now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he can't field it cleanly. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, here's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 11 now, Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Third and 2, Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good.
And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They go play action with Wilson. And some room to roam now. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Wilson able to hook up with Eskridge. First down, Seattle. Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Again, Wilson. Right back to Eskridge. This time it's complete. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. Man open, it's Goodwin. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
To the air again, Fields.
He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here's Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cohen.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
He'll spot Eskridge open left side.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Cannon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Wilson. Out to his left. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And some room to work. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert.
And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
That caught by Trimble.
Well, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears.